Hi, and welcome to the first webinar of the 2010 Student Social Work Congress. I'm Elizabeth Hoffler.
And I'm Ebony Jackson, and we're co-chairs of this event. We're very excited about your participation, and we want to thank you for joining us in this webinar. We're going to explain a little bit more about what you should expect and answer your questions about the 2010 Student Social Work Congress. As we prepare for the virtual 2010 Student Congress, 400 social work leaders from across the country are preparing to hold the Social Work Congress here in Washington, D.C. on April 22nd and 23rd. These leaders will meet to discuss the social work profession and the challenges and opportunities that lay ahead. They will define a set of imperatives for the coming decade, which will help address the issues facing the profession. For instance, what are the barriers to recruiting new social workers and retaining experienced social workers? How can social workers increase their influence with policymakers? How can we enhance leadership within the profession? These are the examples of topics that may be tackled at the 2010 Social Work Congress.
And the purpose of the Student Congress is to engage the next generation of emerging leaders in the social work profession. Right now is an exciting time to be entering the field of social work. There is so much that needs to be done in our society, and the demand for our services has never been greater. No matter what area of practice you're interested in, whether you would like to work with children and families, veterans, the aging population, or people with a mental illness or disability. Maybe you would like to be a lobbyist, a community organizer, or an executive director of a nonprofit organization. Wherever you would like to take your social work career, we look forward to welcoming you to this profession. And that's why we created this event. We want to hear from you. Many of you will be entering the workforce for the first time, and others may have worked for years before going back to school to become social workers. You've all had glimpses into this profession, whether through your social work classes, through an internship, or through previously held positions. And we want to know what you think the future holds for the social work profession.
So let's take a moment and look at the Social Work Congress agenda. You can find this agenda in the resource section of the virtual environment. As a student participant, you will have the option to view components of the event live. These include a congressional breakfast featuring social worker members of Congress, presentation of the NASW Lifetime Achievement Award to Dr. Dorothy Height, keynote addresses by Kirsten Downey, author of The Woman Behind the New Deal, The Life of Frances Perkins, FDR's Secretary of Labor and His Moral Conscience, and Daniel Brooke, author of The Trap, Selling Out to Stay Afloat in Winner Take All America. A panel presentation with leaders at different stages in their social work careers. You will also get to view the final voting session. This is where social work leaders will determine the final imperatives for the future of the profession. You will also be asked to vote on these imperatives and let us know if you agree with the decisions that we have made. For instance, if one of the imperatives is establish social work leaders should mentor young social workers so that they have opportunities to become leaders one day, you will be given the option to agree or disagree that this imperative is necessary for the future of the profession and should have been included in the final report. You will also have room to write a comment on why you voted either way.
We understand that many of you will not be able to watch all of these components live. That's why, beginning on Monday, April 26th, you'll be able to view the archived footage in the virtual environment. You will have 1 week after the event until Friday, April 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time to submit your votes on the final imperatives. Once you do submit your votes, we will send you a certificate of participation and will provide you with language that you can use on your resume. You will be one of 400 social work students across the country, and you're representing your peers nationwide.
So, what do you need to do between now and April 21st? First, become familiar with the virtual environment. Since you are watching this webinar, you have successfully logged in. Now we ask that you view the different sections of this website. There's a resource section with helpful videos, materials, and links. There is also a Twitter feed and Facebook page that you can join if you click on the icons at the top right-hand side of this page. Everything that you will need to participate in the event will be in this virtual environment. We will send you emails when we post new materials and videos.
Your professor also has a curriculum guide that can help you get ready for the 2010 Student Social Work Congress. This guide provides instruction on two main components. First, you will learn about the Social Work Congress that was held in 2005. This very first Congress explored the issues of aging, behavioral health, children and families, and health overall, as well as social work education, research, policy, and practice. The purpose of that event was also to create imperatives, but those were to meet the challenges in each of these areas. As you discuss the 2005 Social Work Congress, focus on the process of the event and why you thought it was important. Your professor also has information to help you prepare for the 2010 event. This Congress will focus internally on the social work profession. Social workers face a host of challenges once they emerge with their degree. Many of us have significant educational debt to pay off. Others might have low salaries or safety concerns on the job. These professional challenges make it difficult for our profession to recruit and retain enough social workers to keep pace with demand. Did you know that we estimate that social workers provide care for 10 million clients every day? That number will continue to grow. You might think it's difficult as a social worker to focus on yourself, as we often focus on our clients or others. However, unless you have all of the tools necessary to successfully do your job, it's going to be increasingly difficult to provide your clients with the necessary services. We often find it hard to focus on ourselves, but if we don't protect our profession, who will? Your professor will ask you to think about a workforce challenge that is your top concern. Maybe you aren't worried about your salary, but you think that social workers have not kept pace with current technology. Or perhaps you think that more social workers should know how to run nonprofit agencies or small businesses, or that we need a better understanding of funding for social work services. Think about these issues and others as you start to prepare for the Congress. We're also asking your professor to work with you to submit one class imperative to be included in the final report.
This is the first time that we're going to be merging technology with our outreach to social work students. We can't wait to work with you and make this event a success. We want this to be interactive, and we really want to hear what you have to say. Throughout the next few months, feel free to contact us anytime with your questions or concerns. Simply click on the Contact Us button that's located in the red toolbar that you'll find in the virtual environment. Now, we're going to answer your questions about the 2010 Student Social Work Congress.